there, let's talk about how to work the 312 KPC or knit purl cross or knit purl cable. This is one of those cables that's a little bit tricky because we're doing three things. We're not just crossing 2 stitches over 1 or 2 stitches over 2. We're not just doing one cross. We're actually doing 2 things at once. So we need to focus on the order of operations, which makes me think back to grade school math. Order of operations. Now, to do this without a cable needle, we're going to focus on what the right tip is doing in this process. Remember, sharp tips always help when doing my cable without a needle methods. So first things first, we're going to focus on the 2 stitches that we would normally hold to the front if we were doing this with a cable needle. So we're going to take the tip of our right needle and insert it through the 2 stitches that would be crossing to the front first. Then we're going to insert it into the stitch that is our purl stitch. That's the second in the order of operations. And the very third set, these are the stitches that would be going to the back of the work. These we're going to slide that right needle through as if to knit and slide those off. Now, if you look at it like this, all the stitches are technically still kind of where they were, except for they're twisted over each other, which is perfect. It looks weird, but it's perfect because we're going to turn our needles parallel and we're going to slide all these stitches back onto the left needle so that we can actually work the cable, but now we have them where we want them. So we can take that left needle, kind of do that little parallel thing, really slide the tip of that left needle up through the center of those stitches. Now, when I pull things out, you can see it looks a little bit goofy on there, but we've got everything that we need where we need it. So to start, we're going to knit 2 stitches, then we're going to purl 1, then we're going to knit 2 stitches, and that's going to give us the cable that we're looking for here. And if you find that you've worked this and you get a little split in your stitches, it really depends on the yarn. Some yarn will do that more than others. Don't worry about it. All right, there's 1. Here's the second stitch. It does look like I have a little split stitch, so I'm just going to fix that. There we go. All right, knit 2. Okay, the next stitch is a purl, so we're going to bring that to the front. Purl that next stitch. Okay, then the very last 2, so we've got 3 over here. The next stitch in question is the very last side. These last 2 stitches, we're going to knit those. And now we have worked this 5-stitch cable. Technically, we've got 3 stitches that crossed under, 2 that crossed over the top, but of those 3 at the back, one of them, see, that is a purl. So you can kind of see it's sort of an interesting cable, 3 things happening at once, so that's a little bit different. But as you work back on the wrong side, this will really start to look more distinct, and you'll see how you've created that little purl center between the 2 cables as they start to spread out the other way.